Sick. Okay, so question stands. Travis Etienne or DeAndre Swift?
Well, hold on. Wait for people to get in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this take for free, Ben.
Trevor, we already talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. So I technically did do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
Or technically didn't do it for free. It's true. Yeah, I have to manually put in all the commercials. So, yeah.
Now you got to mid-roll it. Okay, so we got to say hello in the chat if you're in the building.
Are the Blues the best team left in the NHL playoffs? Yes.
Everybody, listen. If you are in the chat, at Brad Kelly and let him know. Just at Brad Kelly. The Blues are up 2-0.
Yeah,
because Brad is watching the game right now.
No, he's not watching. He can't see it, and he wants to get updates constantly, but only if the Blues are winning. Please update.
Right. At Brad Kelly 17, the Blues are up 2-0. What? Yes, I do, baby. Trust process. Run it back. Yes, as so called by the Toronto Raptors.
What?
The most shooter bounce of all time. Ergo de facto.
Yeah, but what if the Warriors?
National champions.
But what if the Warriors win Game 6?
National champions. Oh my. What's going on, people? Welcome to the chat. Oh, somebody asked me if I got the hat the day of the double doink. I didn't get it the day of the double doink, but I got the hat because I covered the game. And so, like, all of my hats, like, I've got, like, Iowa, when I was in Iowa for Iowa Northwestern, they're all from the stadium that I went to cover the game. And so, because I was at Soldier Field up in the press box, I got the Bears hat to kind of memorialize. So the hope is to eventually get as many college teams as possible and maybe even all 32 NFL teams as well. We'll see. But, you know, I'm moving right now. And so I have all my credentials stored up. And it's really cool. Like, I'm so lucky I get to save up. I have credentials from like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? That I'm like saving up. And I hope, like, 20, 25 years from now, I'll have like this huge, I don't know, like a huge, like a poster board or something of all these credentials. It's pretty sick.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Can everybody not hear you?
Huh. How peculiar. Yeah, I can tell you for sure that listening it, I can't hear you here now. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Joe, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift. Let me know.
I haven't done ETN yet, but probably ETN.
Wait, you haven't done ETN yet? But
no, not like in depth. I mean, I watched him a ton. I love him, but I would like to do an in-depth look at his film before I start declaring him better than Swift. I think he's probably more explosive than Swift. So, yeah. But I need a better feel for his game.
It's kind of a weird conversation versus like there's nothing that I think Swift does poorly, but also I think ETN has the trump card in terms of what he does when he gets sunlight. What he does when he has a straight line is like, like the experience, because like Trevor and I did ETN literally the first running back we talked about for the podcast, and then watching every running back after him was just like the world lost color.
Yeah, that was a bad decision.
Yeah, we should have held him. Yeah, so we flipped it for the wide receivers. We put the better guys as late as possible.
That was a good idea. I can't wait for the pod tomorrow.
One of our Twitch Prime subs, shout out, it's ESBN, said that he loves the Instagram stories, which I can't say that I have an Instagram or I watch them, but that's cool. If you follow Kyle on Instagram at Grinding the Tape, he puts up Instagram stories of players that he's going through, which are pretty sick.
Yeah, very
Kyle
true.
says the FBI doesn't know what Instagram is, and so they can't get him there. And that's why he puts all the all 22 clips up there.
Wow, the Blues scored with 8 seconds left in the first period.
3-0?
No, like that was the second goal. 8 seconds.
Damn it.
8 seconds left in the third, in the first.
Y'all ready for a fun hockey fact? That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
The last team to lose Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals after scoring first, Philadelphia Flyers, 1978, I think.
If you were going to say something about the Lightning, I was just going to turn off the Twitch stream.
All I know is your head coach is the version of, I think you said Tony Dungy?
Correct.
Oh, correct. Kyle, your camera's up. Say something for me. Yeah, I don't hear your audio, dude. How peculiar.
Joe's out here watching TV. What are we watching, Joe? You know, you could get...
Hopefully Game of Thrones.
Joe's about to get the stream banned because we're doing a live broadcast in the background.
Nobody can see it.
No, just, if you turn on like the hockey game or something, you'll get the Twitch stream banned.
This now just shout out and reminds me. You remember when Army Oklahoma went to overtime and obviously nobody had the game because it was on Big 12 network or whatever it was, or Oklahoma network or whatever. And so just that one guy was streaming it live, and everyone's like, "Yo, show us your feet," and he was like, "You want to see my feet?" And he just put the camera down on his feet. He's like wearing like shoes, and then just like put it back up on the game. It's one of the best moments of the 2018 college football season.
Yeah, that is phenomenal.
Yo, picture chat.
That's actually how I watched the.
There's that picture.
That's how I watched the McGregor-Mayweather fight. I was in the press box at Raymond James Stadium because it was a preseason game, so it was on a Saturday night, and we all the media members gathered around my phone, and I was watching it on somebody's Twitch stream who was just live streaming his TV that he had paid for it to get pay-per-viewed.
Yeah, that was probably the most Instagram Live /
oh god, yeah
thing that's ever existed in the world.
Yeah, because everyone wanted to see it, but nobody wanted to pay for it more than any other thing that I can remember.
Yeah. That game wasn't supposed to be close either. We weren't supposed to care about Oklahoma and Army.
Right. Army got scrappy.
Well, that's why it was
top 25 team Army.
Top 25 Army.
Shorten the game, baby. That's how you do it.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can the people hear you is the bigger question.
No, I don't think they can.
Can you guys hear Kyle?
Now I can't even get my... Wait, can they hear me? I got Yo Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're good.
All right, we're in.
I don't know what I did.
Good job, though.
I did something, though.
We're good, baby. We're good.
Now, this is really distracting because I hear you through my computer, and I don't know why now. But...
Do you have the stream up, and do you need to mute the stream, Kyle?
Say again?
Do you have the stream up on your computer, and maybe you need to mute it?
Yeah, I got it muted.
Okay.
But they might get a little bit of kickback from the audio coming out of my monitor into my microphone here. Does that make sense?
I say we just roll with it.
Yeah, we're going to do it live.
Let us know. All right. The bad news is
Trevor's
gone. The first pick.
And Trevor's got the first pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Highly unfortunate.
What do you need to do? Go use the bathroom? What is he doing?
And they're saying no feedbacks. We sound good. Trev, brother, you're on the clock.
Did we fix Kyle's stuff?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So
I took care of it.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying so no echo, so we're set here.
Great. Awesome.
Trevor, you're up.
Am I?
You are up.
Yep.
Am I though?
Trevor.
Yeah.
What's our clock for picks?
24 minutes.
All right. Deliberate. Go ahead.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, switch rhymes, some hype.
USC's offense has not been picked yet.
Good pick.
That is correct.
They got 2 receivers that are interesting.
Yeah, Vaughns and Pittman.
Yep. They also have Stephen Carr, running back. What's up?
Who's oh yeah, he's pretty good. Who's the offensive coordinator for them now?
And they obviously have Armon Ra.
It's a backup quarterback. Who is it?
Is it Graham Harrell?
Yes,
the North Texas guy?
Yeah, it's Graham Harrell.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they got him or not.
Graham Harrell offense. They also have an inside linebacker who's number 1. So
yeah, they have a really good young prospect there. But you got the offense anyway.
Yeah. None of you guys pick defense.
Yeah. It's me next, right?
Yes, Ben, you're up.
Tremendous. Every Trevor ever in the chat has tried to screw me on this pick twice. Once last stream, once right when Trevor was picking. And both times it slipped me, so I'm very happy. Utah defense. It was a great defense last year. It's got a lot of good players this year. We're talking Jalen Johnson, the corner. We got Lecky Fotu, defensive tackle, really promising. Bradley Anai is a good edge rusher. And then Julian Blackman, who was a great corner last year, transitioning to safety this year. So we'll see what he looks like. Potentially a Juan Thornhill sort of a situation. But a lot of good athletes, a lot of exciting players. Lecky Fotu is going to be fun. And he's a guy I've been excited about since last year. He was really raw. So Utah defense, baby. Another Pac-12 team. That's how we like to do it.
Ben, you're a Pac-12 homer, confirmed.
Very on brand.
At this point.
Oh, boy.
Slim Pickens.
Good Lord. Did you guys see that Brandon Jones hit that I put up on
He's that
on Twitter?
safety for Texas, right? Brad likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, I posted while I was watching Jalen Reagor, I was who Joe thinks is soft.
No, Ben said that.
Yeah, that's your podcast partner, not ours.
Said that to me.
Oh, Ben said that. I thought
I said
you said.
I was watching him while I was on the phone with John. I was like, John, I've got bad news. Jalen Reagor is soft.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
He said that for no reason.
We're gonna talk about it on the podcast immediately following this. But I found Brandon Jones literally destroying a man, and it's not Jalen Reagor, but it's dope. It's a great hit. God damn.
I'm probably gonna regret this.
Already do.
But I am going to draft the Miami offense.
Who do you want to? What's your motivation there? DJ Dallas?
Jeff Thomas.
Dallas and Jeff Thomas.
And they have KJ Osborne transferred from Buffalo. He's a pretty good wide receiver.
Jeff Thomas.
Bet.
Who's throwing it for them?
Is it Perry?
It's the dude from Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Tate
Tate
Martell.
Martell's there now.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a little fun.
If I can get any film on him.
Yeah, if you can find him.
All right, Joey.
Okay, my first pick's going to be Utah State offense.
Ooh, the Jordan Love experience.
Yeah, I got to get ready for him. He's coming to Wake Forest week 1, so I want to spend some time with his film.
Joe looking deep into the games he's going to be attending. I like that. It's a good approach.
Yeah, thanks. My other pick... Oregon defense.
Oregon defense?
Yeah, they've got Jordan Scott, man. I want to check him out. You seen this guy? He's a freaking tank, man. That dude's a tank.
Fridge. Yeah, I was talking with Ben Fennell about him last season. The guy's is a cube. He's as wide as he is tall.
He's a cube.
He's fun, man. And then they got Troy Dye as well, right?
Can that be a new thing? We just scout and compare players to geometric shapes?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
he is, man. Look him up, dude.
Full-on big boy. But yeah, and he can rush the
rhombus.
Well, they got Troy Dye too, so
yeah. So I got a linebacker, a defensive tackle, and
yeah,
I've been a little bit
to work
light
with there.
Defense, so yeah.
Yeah, they have a corner. I think he's actually just a true sophomore, though. I think he's not a retro sophomore, but he was really good as a freshman.
Hey Ben, did you know you have to be from high school eligible?
What did he just say?
No idea.
No idea.
Try us again, Joe.
It was sarcastic and it wasn't that good anyway.
Wow. Anyway, no, he is a junior. Diamador.
Twitch moderators, please ban this whole chat for broadcasting the hockey game.
All right, yeah. Your boy is corner 15, Diamador Lenoir. He's pretty good.
He's not eligible though, right?
Junior.
Oh, what's his name?
Diamador Lenoir, number 15.
That's a
Thank
fake
you.
name.
That's a great name.
Look it up, boy. No, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I'm making it up. Oh, you, Kyle.
Yeah, no, I'm struggling.
I got 2 picks in the tank right now, so let's go.
So me and Kyle are going to take both of them.
If y'all do, then
Yeah, give me a hint. Give me a hint.
No. No.
I am probably. You know what? We're going to double dip. Miami defense.
Wow.
Got all those linebackers. Didn't
You
they
got
get that
Bandy, the
transfer,
corner.
that kid from UCLA? Phillips, the
Trayvon.
defensive end?
Yeah, Trayvon Hill, the rusher from Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they got some
Bandy's a
dudes
nice
at pass rusher.
Right.
Yeah.
But the corner. That's the dude you want to watch.
I'll never forget when we were all like kind of watching that Virginia Tech Florida State game last year, and Trayvon Hill had like 3 good plays in a row, and our Slack was going wild. Like,
Yes.
Did you see what this kid just did? Woo!
And then he got himself kicked off the team. But
Yep. After they lost to Old Dominion, he got
yeah,
spicy
the
on
wheels
internet.
fell off the bus.
Here's the thing that's frustrating about Miami's defense is none of those linebackers are that good. And
Yeah,
they've
I
been
know.
I
so
remember you
pumped
saying
up.
this last year.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I thought about them a few times, and I'm like, I don't want to watch those linebackers anymore. So
They're
until
that
they
bad?
finish this year. Well, they're just frustrating because you want them to be better than they are, especially Quarterman. He was so pumped. Everyone thought he was so good. His tape the last 2 years is bad.
I hate that.
All right. So I know it was a defense, so it's probably not one of Trevor's picks. So, Ben, it's up to you to steal this
All right.
guy.
I probably will not.
Because you're going to
but-
draft a defense.
No, I'm going for an offense. I'm going to take the Oklahoma State offense, which has Tylan Wallace, who I got my first exposure to tonight.
They didn't get
and
picked yet?
Let me just say, Tylan Wallace, legit. He's got some spice. They got Chuba Hubbard, who's one of my favorite names early in the 20
name.
Chuba?
draft. Chuba Hubbard, redshirt sophomore running back. They've got a full. They got Dylan Stoner as well as their slot receiver. Brew McCoy, the Hawaii transfer, is now their starting quarterback. He's not very good, but at least I know what his name is. And then they've got an offensive line that's full of upperclassmen, and so we'll see if any of them can stay.
Joe, show him your shirt.
Guns up, baby.
Go Pokes, baby.
Go
Guns up.
Pokes.
All right, bring us home, Trev.
All right, since you didn't pick either of my teams, Houston's offense.
Oh, he's going for Derek.
Derek
King.
King.
Yep.
Trevor's last pick of all 3 nights has been like Cole McDonald and then like some other like spicy quarterback, and now it's Derek King. Like that's just the theory.
last week it was just Kendrick Rogers for
Right with Frey
A&M. Yeah.
Ours
Yeah,
not
we did the quarterback pod, and we didn't talk about Derek King just because I haven't heard a lot about him, and then we ran out of time talking about guys, and a bunch of people tweeted at us and were like, "Yo, please watch Derek King." I'm like, "Okay, well, here we go, picking Houston."
Yeah.
And I got another pick in the tank for next week. Let's go.
Well done. Does anybody have any takes from last year's, not from last year's, from last week's draft of the film that they've watched thus far, as far as who's good or who's not? Because I do.
Who did I watch last week?
Go ahead and give me a take, Ben.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Syracuse edge, Alton Robinson, is 100% like a legit riser, like potential day 2 guy, potential like top 50, like pushing all that. He's got every tool you want. He's real slippery. He's excited. Kendall Coleman, his opposite player, is good, but to me, Alton Robinson is the prize pearl there. He's exciting.
I have a take, but it's not from any of the players that I've had.
Fire it off.
From my drafted teams.
Fire it off.
Tristan Dwarfs is a top 20 prospect in this year's class.
I've heard.
The Iowa tackle. He is phenomenal.
Who is
Yeah.
this?
Iowa's got a right tackle number 74. Tristan Dwarfs. He's a 2-year starter and a
Oh,
true junior
yeah.
this year.
And from what I understand, Iowa's offensive line never starts freshmen. Never starts freshmen.
Yeah, somebody had the recent memory, and I think it was Bulaga, James Daniels, and Wirfs are the only freshman starters at Iowa.
Might be good.
Not Bad.
Now, the other tackle is Poop. Alaric Jackson.
I thought his last name was Poop.
No.
I thought you were saying, like, now the other tackle was Poop. I thought you were saying that as in, like, his last name is literally Poop.
No, he's just not good. He needs to move inside the guard, I think. He gets out. He's not very good in space, and he's pretty stiff in the hips.
We were talking about this on Draft Dudes this week. There's good pass rushers in the Big Ten, so we'll get a good idea of what these guys are, based on facing Gross Matos and Epinesa, who actually plays for Iowa, so that doesn't help. But Willikis as well, Chase Young. There's good rushers in the Big Ten this year.
Who was the middle guy that you named? Who was that?
Kenny Willikis,
Michigan State.
Oh, I've literally never heard his name before.
He's
5 seconds ago.
Peak, scrappy, undersized white dude pass rusher.
Try hard, yeah.
That's what they said about Chase Winovich entering last year.
Well, is he not?
He's better than that.
Well,
I mean, but you said peak.
Peak.
I mean, isn't that Chase Winovich?
Right, it is. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but Winovich ended up being like a really great athlete.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that's kind of what we were still talking about.
No,
You're talking about
I think he's a little bit of an overachiever person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joe, Quentin Lash wants to know if you have any thoughts on Van Lanen.
What?
Joe?
I didn't say anything.
No,
he asked you a question.
I asked you a question.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Quentin Lash wants to know if you have any thoughts on Van Lanen from Wisconsin last week.
Is that? I don't know who that is. No, I have no takes.
I've not heard of that guy.
Trevor, do you have a take from last week?
So I watched Florida's defense. I mean, like, I watched Kendrick Rogers, and he's good, but everybody already knows that. I watched Florida's defense. I did a write-up. I did my 5-play prospect on Jabari Zuniga this week, comparing him to a grizzly bear, like an actual grizzly bear. So that was kind of fun to write. If you guys didn't read that, that was pretty fun. CJ Henderson, I didn't get to put him under the microscope, but as someone who has watched basically every Florida game for the last, however long he's been there, I saw CJ Henderson's name. He's the cornerback, sorry. I saw CJ Henderson's name in a lot of like first-round mock drafts, and I think that CJ is really athletic, but I think that at this point is a stretch. Like, a lot of people are just putting CJ Henderson into the first round because they want to find a corner and put him in the first round, and he's athletic. He has the stats, if you don't know the context to them, but like a lot of his stats have kind of been the ball just kind of like landing in his lap and him coming up with the interception. So I think he's good, but everybody, and maybe I like I said, I still haven't really watched him, but even just watching in passing, I mean, CJ's good, but everybody talking about him about a first-round pick, I'm kind of not there yet. So,
Christian Fulton's the corner everyone's looking for.
Well, Christian Fulton's really damn good.
Yeah, I watched him
last year.
5 or 6 days ago and thought he was better than Greedy last year. So
I wrote in my 5-play last year that we're probably talking about the wrong corner going in the first round from LSU.
Yes. Hydro Pump wants to know if Ellinger's a good prospect. No. Ben is going to crow here a little bit, but Ellinger's got more promise to his game than what I wanted to give him credit for this time last year, because he was glorified Tim Tebow last year at this point, but he's brought himself along a little bit. Listen, dude, the processor's still super slow, and the accuracy's still pretty inconsistent. Yeah, but he's come along more than what I anticipated that he would, so I do have to give him credit for that.
I just remember every missed throw he made against Maryland in Week 1. Where's Shane Buechele? Get Buechele out there.
Well, because Buechele's a better quarterback and a better passer, but...
Yeah, they get transferred to SMU. Probably, yeah, for sure.
Are we... Is Jake Fromm better than Jacob Eason?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So coaches just commit to the wrong quarterback because they're dumb.
Yeah. Wow, Ben, he roasted you. Rebuttal.
No, he got me with that one well.
Big yikes.
I put Fromm above Eason in the quarterback ranking just because I don't really know what Eason is right now. Listen,
right. And Eason's had so much time off that we need to figure it out.
You're talking about a guy who is struggling to win the Washington starting job. Apparently, that's what camp reports say.
He's not doing well. I talked to LJ Cheney. Had said, I was at the spring showcase and he looked like he was a slow processor. So I'm just hoping it's rust.
We'll see.
Any final comments? Ask us questions now. We're going to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes.
Is it still 2-0, Joe?
Yeah, it's still 2-0.
Our Blues.
Joe, turn your computer to your right a little bit.
No, hold on. The Blues are about to score. I believe it.
Let's break some real copyright laws here.
Yeah. Let's just go straight for it, baby.
Yeah.
We've disguised this NHL Stanley Cup live stream as a NFL draft talk.
Yeah.
Okay, open question for the room.
Yes.
Does anyone think any of these quarterbacks can be first-round players? Jordan Love, Cole McDonald, or KJ Costello?
Yes. I wouldn't put more than 2% on it.
I think
like 50 to 1 odds.
I think McDonald could be.
I think Love could be.
I have not watched Love, so I don't know about that.
Love makes some pretty throws.
Go on, Joe.
I'll let you know on Love next week.
I feel better about Love than McDonald just because McDonald's running the run and shoot. So I think he'll have to really beat the stigma, but he's got a live arm. But Love's got a live arm too, so I'll give him that.
I understand that he's running like the run and shoot, but when I was watching Cole McDonald, I felt like there were a lot more moments than I thought there were going to be where he still hiked the ball, looked through his first read, wasn't there, went through a progression, found a different guy. Like, I felt like that happened more than I thought it was going to in Hawaii's offense, and I was pretty encouraged by that he's not just like hey, here's where the offense is set up for. I'm reading what it's like in the pre-snap. Here's where I'm going with it. Like, this is where the ball's going. I thought that he actually adjusted mid-play quite a bit. Now, I understand that it's built in layers, but you know what I'm saying.
Around the table, Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb is wide receiver 1.
CeeDee, baby. To me, these are both top flight blue chip prospects. Pick your poison, but I really love what CeeDee brings to the table. So I've been on this CeeDee Lamb wide receiver 1 kick just because I think he deserves the attention the same level of attention that Jerry Jeudy is getting.
Have you guys watched him yet, Joe or Kyle?
Which one?
I need to watch Jerry Jeudy more in depth.
Ben and I have our top 5 wide receivers that go out this week, and so
there's probably 3 Alabama kids in there.
Holy crap, man!
There's definitely good.
2. There's definitely 2. I would say that wide receiver 1 right now is still Jerry Jeudy.
Where's Chenault in this conversation for you guys?
He's high. Where's my list? I think I have 2 people above Chenault.
Yeah. We don't want to we'll spoil it for the loyal Twitch subscribers. Yeah. Chenault is my wide receiver 3. And he's not my wide receiver 3. We might struggle to put him up in the Lamb Jeudy tier just because of the way Colorado uses him. But what Chenault does with the ball in his hands for a wide receiver is just dumb stupid. I mean, it's special. His tackle breaking ability is crazy.
The Arizona State game was a good one for me to watch because Arizona State actually played up on him a little bit in press. You got to see his releases, and he actually ran some routes that were more than just one cut. So if you're looking for good scouting tape, I'd check out Arizona State.
No, Arizona State was one of the I covered that game live, and then I watched it in preparation, and it's just wild to see them put him in the slot. They put him outside. He runs a 9-ball over the shoulder catch, stacks a corner, touchdown catch. And the very next play, it's wildcat handoff, and he's running power lead, and he's making guys miss. There's just so much skill there. I was talking with Trevor. He might be a guy who isn't good as a wide receiver 1 in the NFL, but if you pair him with a more traditional guy, you can get him scheme touches.
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah,
He
he
a
is.
lot of people have made. Yep.
Yeah, he's Sammy Watkins.
Okay, so
nothing
the only
wrong
thing
with
I
that.
need to know is Tyler Johnson in anybody's top 5 wide receivers?
I will not disclose this information
Yes, that's a
because
yes.
I am
You've already answered my
contractually-
question. Thank you.
I
No
am
further questions, Your Honor.
contractually obligated to release this information first on the Locked On NFL Draft podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Thank you.
I'll listen to that whenever you put it out. But here's my question about that: is you've got CeeDee Lamb, you've got Jerry Jeudy, you've got Laviska Shenault, you've got the Clemson guys, you've got the other Alabama guys. You're telling me that there's wide receiver from Minnesota's in the top 5?
T. Higgins isn't a top 5 wide receiver.
He's not. I would put probably Johnson and Higgins like kind of in the same tier right now. Johnson is not in my top 5. Johnson does things that you would expect a guy who only started playing wide receiver 3 years ago to do, and I could abide by that. You know, like he's got like a 43-inch vertical, and he's going to run the 4.4s, and it's all great. In a regular class, sure, let's have the conversation. In this class, no, he's not top 5. He's a good player. He's not top 5.
Bite that tongue, Trevor. Save it for the podcast. I see you.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's honestly been my biggest surprise of scouting through the first 3 or 4 weeks that we've been doing this was T. Higgins really underwhelming me.
Yep.
Yeah, T. Higgins was definitely somebody who, and I think that this is going to happen more and more. I was talking with somebody today about just coverage on the NFL draft in general, and it's getting to a point where we want to be first on so many guys. Like everybody wants to be the first to see the next great guy or the next great draft pick or something like that, that we're watching a lot of these players, and T. Higgins plays wide receiver for the number one, like one of the number 1 offenses in college football. He's on the opposite end of Trevor Lawrence's throws all the time. And we just say his name now with everybody else. And going through, I must have watched 20 wide receivers. It's just funny to me how when I actually watch this guy, how many wide receivers I would take over him.
Yeah.
So like he's good. And that also kind of speaks to how good this wide receiver class is, because it's really freaking good. But it's pretty obvious when you put on some of these other guys' tapes, like, yeah, Higgins isn't bad, but I'm taking this guy over T. Higgins. You know, like it's kind of in that situation where I am with him.
And if you want a size guy, I would take, and I did not think I would feel this way at all March, Colin Johnson.
There it is.
I would take
There it
Colin
is.
Johnson
Ben, we
10
did it.
times out of 10 over T. Higgins.
Colin can play a little ball.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got
man,
a
I
little
love
more
this
wiggle
film.
than you think he does, too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you got a big stride length, listen, all you got to do is get one cut up at the top of that route stem. You moved over quite a ways. He can separate.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so pleasantly surprised by his film, man. He was awesome. Better than Tyler Johnson.
Yikes. Okay, we're gonna end on the mic drop by Ben there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you carving some time out of your hump day. We'll be back again next week. We got to fill in these picks for Jordan and Brad. We got to get their picks, make sure they are keeping up as
Rutgers
we are working our way
offense,
through.
Rutgers defense.
Should we do that?
Rutgers and Oregon State, baby. Fill 'em.
There's nobody to watch.
I can't imagine that would go over too well, but I think the 4 of us will sort something out. How's that?
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching, guys.